they're so snobby with these electric cars, man. They're so snobby. You know what I don't like is friggin' 10 years ago,
Hmm.
everybody was all like, "Oh, you got to get a hybrid. Oh, you got to save the planet." And now that electric cars are coming out, people are all like, "Oh, hybrids are the worst thing ever. A hybrid is so terrible." Like, you know what?
Yeah.
You would have been happy 10 years ago if you had 10% of the market or whatever they have now and
Yep.
hybrids as well. You'd been happy, but now you're looking down on hybrids. How dare you?
Yeah, there's been a big shift, that's for sure.
I got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 wrenches in my top drawer.
GM's biggest accomplishments in 2024.
Tell me the
And
Corvette is number one.
it should be. Well,
Oh
I don't
man,
know. It's on here. It's
we can
number
get to
5. We'll talk about that first because that's our favorite.
it. This is
We
my
def-
number one. Yeah.
Yeah. All right. So, Dane, the ZR1 variant of the C8 generation of the Corvette is more than just the most souped up version of a factory Corvette. It's a hyper frickin' car with 1,064 frickin' horsepower. Is amazing. Everybody knows it. What do you think, Dane? I know this is your favorite.
Yeah, this is the best thing that GM's done maybe ever. Like that
Forever.
new
Yeah,
generation
maybe.
engine is such a monster. Like naturally aspirated, it makes over 700 horsepower. You know, it's a 5.5 liter dual plane crank that revs to the moon. It's got all kinds of new technology in it. Twin turbo, like I said, pushing over 1,000 horsepower. I'm sure it's capable of more. In a car that's got an incredible aero package, incredible handling package. I mean, look out, other hybrid cars. This thing is here for business.
Yeah, I
Um,
love it.
yeah, dude, this thing, it's so cool to like see what the best engineers and technicians in the world can do when they're told there's no limits.
No
Make the
limit.
best thing you can make. That's it, and that's what was basically happened with this car. Did somebody leak that early? Did we talk about that here?
Yeah, that was Dane that
Yeah, I
told
feel like
us about the
somebody
1,000 horsepower
brought
before
that
it even
inside
came
information
out.
before that was released publicly.
That was Dane the Insider.
Yeah, it might have had some inside info there, but yeah, this thing is an absolute freaking monster. They're basically told, no holds barred, make the best thing you can make. We're here to play,
That's
and that's
right.
what they did.
All right. So yeah, GM at the top of the supercar world right now. So
Mhm.
number one, he put that it was good for them also to lose the Cruise self-driving subsidiary.
Mhm.
All right. Well, I don't know. I think he should have just picked one of these. Just the same author for both articles.
I think he was just struggling to find 5 bad things.
So he's saying that they can't compete with with Waymo or Amazon. I
Yeah,
don't know if
Waymo.
that's
Those are the
true.
yeah.
I don't know if that's
Which,
true.
you know what? Let those guys do
Let
their
them
thing
do
for
it.
a little while and see what happens.
In the automotive industry anyway, you know what R&D stands for?
Yeah.
Replicate and duplicate. So once they do it, all we got to do is just take it apart and figure out how they did it, and then do something a little bit better.
Yeah, they'll
That's
just
how
do
it
it.
works.
Yeah.
Every OEM benchmarks every other OEM, so it doesn't even, you don't have to be first in anything anymore.
No, it can pay off to be first, but it can also cost you a ton of money and be a gigantic loss to be first too. It really, it's a big risk being first.
Yeah,
You could
it's
be
too much.
hero or you could be zero.
Yeah, the GM's doing all right. They don't need to risk that.
Yeah.
So number 2, revamped utility vehicle portfolio. They are saying they are liking the Suburban, the Tahoe, the Yukon, the Escalade got welcome refreshes, and they got redesigned with
Mhm.
a turbo 4-cylinder engine and Super Cruise, which is important to this author. They
Mhm.
like the Chevy Trax. Actually, I saw that Chevy Trax
Mhm.
recently, a new one, and it is pretty good.
Yeah, they don't look too bad.
Yeah, like the inside is really nice too.
Mhm.
So I'm liking that Chevy Trax. I got to get over my dislike of 3-cylinder engines. I think maybe I haven't driven it, but I don't know. It looks good.
Yeah, I'd like to drive one too, just to see what it feels like. Those small engines that you just got to really wind them up to make them go.
Yeah.
Um, yeah, I'd prefer a bigger displacement naturally aspirated engine over a smaller turbo engine in most cases, but
Yeah, we
whatever.
gotta see for the little ones. But like I said, they still got the V8s in the Suburbans and the Escalades, and that is the best V8 in town right now. I think
Yep, they're not going
Toyota's
anywhere
V8 is
either.
gone.
Yeah, they're not going anywhere. They're sticking to their V8s.
That's right. And they like the EV, the Cadillac. I like the Cadillac Lyrique. The Optic is
Mhm.
another Cadillac that's coming through. The Escalade IQ. I've seen pictures of those. They look really nice on the inside.
Mhm.
So yeah, they're liking those things. The next one, the GM EVs for almost everyone. They are they are going in a positive directions with the EVs. They are, let's see, GM's best-selling electric vehicle is the Chevy Equinox EV, moved just under 8,000 units last
Mhm.
quarter. And year to date, the Cadillac Lyrique sales are up 280%. Y'all know I love the Cadillac Lyrique. I saw that at the auto show several
Mhm.
years ago. Did a video on it. Liked it as soon as I saw it. It's
Mhm.
just awesome. And the Hummer EV sales are up too. I didn't know that. Let's see what else. The Chevy Blazer EV, Silverado EV. Yeah, I don't think the Silverado EV. I don't know. They
Mm.
say the sales are up, but they're not selling that many of them. But anyway, I
Yeah.
think the smaller and mid-sized cars are better for EVs anyway. What do you
Yeah.
think, Dane?
Yeah, I agree. If you're gonna, well, I'm not in the market for any of them, but if I was, it'd be a smaller, compact commuter vehicle, not a long range or heavy hauling kind of vehicle. I
Yeah,
just, I don't think that technology is ready for it yet. You're very limited on range, distance, and all that stuff too.
yeah, yeah, I think so. So
Mhm.
yeah, let's see. Number 4, cautious return to Europe. General Motors is returning to the European market with a more cautious approach when they pulled out of Europe in 2017. So Cadillac is opening stores in several European cities, has started selling the Lyrique, and the Optique is on the way. So Cadillac's return to Europe is primarily Cadillac only and EV only for now. That's interesting.
Mhm.
They sell a few Corvettes in Europe. We're also curious if it will bring to Europe something like China's Durant Guild, which offers upmarket models like the Yukon and Hummer. I don't know. I don't know what the market is like in Europe. Dane, what do you think?
Yeah, I don't know a ton about the European market either, other than a lot of the cars in the European market are small.
Yeah,
There's a lot of smaller compact vehicles in the European market, and a lot of them are diesel powered because petroleum costs are so much higher in Europe than they are here, and so the diesel alternatives get a lot better mileage and economy. So the EVs might be making more of a movement there in the UK. I'm not sure, but
if anybody in the comment knows anything about the European market, let us know.
yeah,
I'm
let us know.
gonna put a comment.
All I know is they hate our awesome V8s, and
Yeah, they
they want little stuff with little motors.
people are just I don't know, man. People they're so snobby with these electric cars, man. They're so snobby. You know what I don't like is friggin' 10 years ago,
Mhm.
everybody was all like, "Oh, you got to get a hybrid. Oh, you got to save the planet." And now that electric cars are coming out, people are all like, "Oh, hybrids are the worst thing ever. A hybrid is so terrible." Like, you know what?
Yeah.
You would have been happy 10 years ago if you had 10% of the market or whatever they have now and
Yep.
hybrids as well. You'd been happy, but now you're looking down on hybrids. How dare you?
Yeah, there's been a big shift, that's for sure. I mean, it's kind of like when you get a couple of raises at your job over a period of a handful of years, and
Mhm.
then you start raising the way that you live. you just that's where they're at, right? They had these EVs, or not the EVs, but the hybrids, and then this was the latest, greatest, best thing for the environment. Now they got this new thing. Well, all the old stuff's garbage.
I know, right?
Yeah, they're always like, jumping on the new thing. So like,
Yeah, these are people who don't even they didn't understand cars until electric cars come out, but now they're the expert on everything.
yeah, I got one to add for the miss for the worst GM thing. I thought this guy was going to have on there, and he didn't.
What?
The Camaro.
Camaro? You missed the Camaro,
I
huh?
missed the Camaro. Yeah, the Camaro's done.
I don't know. I don't miss the Camaro.
I like it. I wish they just marketed a little bit better, especially with Chrysler, Dodge pulling all the Hellcats and the V8s. It sounds like they just extended it, but they keep saying it's going away. I mean, that was such a big seller for those cars, like the Chargers and stuff. Like the Camaro's in that same platform, that same category. Put the
Yeah.
LT4 engine that's in the ZL1 Camaro in the base model at a lower cost. You'll sell the crap out of those things. At least the way I think you could. I mean, those things
Yeah.
make 700 horsepower.
That would be interesting.
Right?
I don't know. I just feel the platform of the Camaro is so dated. Like it just whenever I see one, it just feels old. Like I'm sick of looking at it.
Oh,
I don't know why.
like 'em.
You know what I saw though? Somebody did like a custom. It was like the new Camaro body,
Mhm.
but he put the headlights and tail lights of like an '80s Camaro in it.
Oh, yeah.
And I don't know why, but I thought it looked interesting. I thought it looked cool.
Yeah, that would look all right. But
Uh,
I don't know. I like the new one, but she gone now.
She gone.
Yeah.
Yeah, come out with something else. All right, so
maybe. I hope.
that's what we got from GM. Things are looking good and getting better now.
Mhm.
All in together now.